Hello, PT Business Builders Group. Hey, back for another one today. What I wanted to share with you guys, hold on, let me get something a little more pleasing than this. Is I wanted to kind of show you what uh, we are working on here. So this is part of what we're doing currently, right? So we are working on setting up some automation within your practice, some automated things to gain past patients that maybe have completed their plan of care, they're likely to return, they dropped off, they're likely to return, right? So I'm going to kind of compare and contrast. I'm not going to go into too much detail right now on the MailChimp end and on the Zapier end. Like literally, it'll take 7, 8, 10 hours for me to show you how to do it, and probably even longer for me to remember how to do it, because honestly, I was going to try to do it. I wanted to show you guys all of this, but it's just so god awful. There's so much to it. It takes so long. I want to show you how easy it is in our software right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my screen here, and let's go this way. So now, all right. So what you guys are seeing here, well, let me cancel this out. Okay. So in ATIS, this is our marketing software, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to create a campaign, right? Basically, all you do under your settings, go under patient engagement tool, right? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to set up a campaign of how to do it. These are all automatically all set up. All your drop-off funnels, your intake script funnels, your first visit follow-up, all of that stuff is already in the software already. But I'm just going to show you how to set up something new. So pretend we're going to create something new. So I want to create a new campaign. Since it's a new campaign, I'm not going to give it, we'll give it low back, we'll say back pain. Likely, sorry, I'm a terrible typer. We're going to set up a likely return sequence, right? So our trigger. So now in MailChimp and all of these other things, I have MailChimp up here. In MailChimp and all of these other things, Infusionsoft, you have to create a trigger, right? These triggers or tags or something like that to make the automation work, right? Then you have to create lists, right? And you have to maintain those lists, take people off and put them on the list to make sure that the appropriate people are on it and the people that have already taken action come off of it. There's no real way to maintain that between like your EMR and your software. Well, I hated that. So that's why we kind of did what we did. So now likely to need future treatment, right? So we're going to create this. So we want it to come say, 3 months after they're done with therapy. So automatically, this is our PAS score or our net promoter score. How likely are you to refer us to a family or friend? This allows us to dial in even more. I guess you could technically do this MailChimp. It would be another layer. It would be one more thing that you have to add. Another way you have to segment the data. You would have to maintain it through Excel sheets with drop downs and segment your data constantly to make sure that the right people are getting the right message. So I'm going to select 9 or 10s because they want to refer to you. They want to send you family or friends. So maybe we'll start with a ringless voicemail. And that's the other thing with MailChimp or Infusionsoft, you can really only use email. Some, if you get really in depth, you can use text messages. You have to do some Zapier integrations. Like I said, we're talking 10, 12, 15 hours just to set this up, bare minimum, not let alone the maintenance on it. The beautiful thing is this maintains everything for you. So we'll use a ringless call to voicemail, right? So now I can dial in. Since this is just back, I can dial in on these people just for their back, right? So I don't want to use this script. So basically, I put a script in here, but so I click record here, click record. I'm going to say, hey, this is Ray down at Bellicare. Hey, it's been about 3 months since I last saw you. I was just wondering how you were, wondering how everything was going. I was also calling to offer you just a free brush-up visit to check, see how everything is, make sure that everything is going the way that we want it to go. hey, please let me know. These spots are really limited and they fill up really fast. Hey, I'm sorry I missed you. And you click stop recording and it's done. That section is done. Then you click add next step. So I'll go through back pain likely to return, trigger likely to return. So maybe now, since that one was at 90 days, I'll make this one at 92 days because I want to give them 2 days, pass restriction, 9 or 10. So you can ask these people for referrals. Then I'll follow it up with a text message, right? So I say, hey, it's so you can, I've already got it in here, but you just create it. So I always reference my previous call. Now, if you're trying to do something like with MailChimp, okay, so you have to import all the data. You have to, and actually I was trying to go through this. I wanted to share all that information with you guys. It is just too much. Like it'll literally take me 15 hours to get it just set up in MailChimp, let alone set up the Zapier integration, show you how to create the lists, how to maintain the lists. So I just wanted to hop in real fast and show you how easy it is in ours. So I create that, add a step. So now I add my next step. So my next step, I want it to be an email. I want that one to be, since we did the first two at 92 days. So I want this one to be at 94 days, pass restriction 9 or 10s, email. So I'll select back. So it only goes to everybody with a back problem. Email subject line. Hey, so then you can put it in, and we provide all these scripts. The beautiful thing about ours is you can actually, it'll embed their goals when playing with your grandchildren. So it'll automate this process. So these look like you actually type them out. Something that you really can't do with Infusionsoft or with a MailChimp or something like that. And the beautiful thing is if this patient actually shows up in the clinic, the campaign stops. You don't have to take them off the list. Nobody has to manage the list. You send this, so I click add step, and bam, it's done. I have this campaign already ready to set up. Then I can change it, likely to return, back pain likely to return. So maybe I'll make it, I'll create a new one called knee. Just delete that out, put knee in. Go through, do the same steps. Or maybe I'll do a back pain that's 9 or 10. I'll change the pass restriction to a 7 or 8. So these people, I want to talk about changes and improvements. So now what we're doing is we're able to dial in specifically on your customer and create customized messaging instead of this general stuff like you can do with MailChimp or these. So that was kind of all I wanted to show you guys. I just want to give you like a little bit of taste of kind of like what I'm working on, what we're really trying to focus on, what we're trying to create here. So, hey, thanks for your time. Sorry about my dog. I'm sure you hear him. So, hey, I hope everybody has a great afternoon. If you guys have any questions, please hit me up below. Questions, anything you guys want to see. Anyway, I can show you how we do this stuff. I'd be happy to share.